So in today's video, I am once again taking you behind the scenes during an actual engagement shoot and show you how I used one light to create these images. So hi everyone, this is Jiggie, a portrait and wedding photographer from the Philippines, and welcome to the channel. So what I have here are some behind the scenes footages, and I will actually just play the entire video. However, some of my instructions are gonna be in my native dialect, which is gonna be in Tagalog. However, I will try to translate it after a few clips. Okay, so here goes. Take out that one. Kailangan natin sila tutukan na diretso sila. Babe, you wanna hold on?
Yes,
Sure.
I'm here.
Can you hold on to this? Okay, Gino, lapit ka sa kanila. Okay, ano po sila? So you might have caught a glimpse on the light that I was using. I was using a ProPhoto B10X Plus, which is a 500 watt battery operated studio strobe. And what I did was I actually took out the modifier and used it as a bare flash because I was shooting during intense daylight and I needed as much power as I could in order for me to get the shot that I wanted. Now you could see in my camera, there's something attached to the very end of my lens, and the camera that I was using was my Sony a7R Mark V, and the lens that I was using is a 50mm 1.2. I wanted to shoot at 1.2 because you will see later on how ethereal the place really looked. It's a beautiful place in Atok and Benguet. It's in the mountain province here in the Philippines, and I just wanted to basically get that ethereal look, and I wanted to just blur out the background. Now, I didn't want to shoot with a telephoto because I might end up blurring them too. And for me, the 50mm is a perfect balance for getting that nice bokeh and at the same time still have your subject sharp. Now, what did I have in front of my lens? It's this one. It's a very ND filter by H&Y. And I've discussed this in previous videos, but I'll discuss it again. Basically, it's a magnetic filter with a Vari filter holder so that I can put it in any lens that I want. That simple. And it is a very ND filter. What are ND filters? They're basically like shades for your lenses so that I can shoot within my flash sync speed. Now, I want to shoot within my flash sync speed so that I can maximize the power of my flash. And this allows me to do that because by merely doing this, I can adjust how much light stoppage I would be getting and basically adjust my exposure to that. And I was shooting, or I would normally shoot in scenarios like this in aperture priority or shutter speed priority. In this particular case, I am pretty sure I actually shot in aperture priority and just used this very ND filter to make sure that my shutter speed was within my flash sync speed.
Yakapin mo siya from behind, Homer, para matago yung gusto matago. Dito ka harap kay Gino. Yan. Harap talaga niya. Lagay mo siya sa harapan mo. Yes, that's it. Then, lagay mo yung ulo mo sa left, sa right side. Right side niya, yeah, there. Okay, so, kung nahirapan ka na konti, Ivy, move one step to your left. There, okay. Then you don't need to hold on to his hands like that. Homer, pwedeng dito na lang hawak mo sa waistline. Yan, ganyan lang. Tapos yung tinitingnan niya yung flowers.
So basically what I was doing was directing my subjects to get the best possible angle and pose that I can get from them. And everything is just very minute movements. You know, just 1 inch this way, or maybe not an inch, maybe about 6 inches this way can actually make such a big difference.
Gino, towards your left a bit more. I think you might have to go to the next level first. Baba mo yung konting ilaw kasi remember, look at where they're facing. Baba pa. Point the light at them, okay? Yep.
So this was very essential. If you see where the light is coming from, the light is coming from this general direction. And that's why I had my light come from here so that the ambient light and artificial light would seamlessly blend, and this is the final output of that scene. After which, I decided to just change up the pose a bit and make them face each other. And at this point, I actually brought in my modifier, which was a 2-inch octabank, so that I can get softer light and at the same time transfer it to the other side. Basically, what I wanted to do was I wanted to light up my groom's face, since the light was coming from here, which we established earlier, and the light actually changed, the existing ambient light actually changed. It became softer, and that's why I put in a softer light too. Since the light was coming from here hitting the bride, I needed light coming from here to hit my groom. And at the same time, by doing this, since the general direction of the light was coming from this general direction and it was really very low in contrast, I could actually put my light in another direction and still make it look as if the light was coming from here. Now look at it. So you could see how the light is coming from here, and this is what I was telling you. Look at the light. It's relatively flat, so having the light coming from here makes it seem as if the natural light was already coming from here. Now, honestly, I don't know what Gino was doing with his facial expression like this. But anyway, so we decided to change the pose a little bit now, and we decided to have them closer to each other, but having them closer to each other will give a problem with this light. That's why I asked him to move slightly more towards his left so that we can get a good illumination on both of their faces. Now, that wasn't enough. I felt that, there's a little bit too much contrast. I just wanted to try out and see if I could get a little bit less contrast and if I would like the image. So I made him put the light in front, and this is the final output. So that's a relatively simple shoot using one light, but the major technique that I used there was using an ND filter to keep my shutter speed within my flash sync speed in order for me to be able to shoot wide open without having to go on high speed sync, therefore allowing me to use the maximum power of my flash. Now, it's just a matter of positioning depending on where you want to position your light. But the most important thing is, as you've seen here, every single position of my light was strategically put there for a specific reason, which I just discussed. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, click that notification bell. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and if you want to see more of my images, you could always find me in my social media sites on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, all at Jiggie Alejandrino. Okay, till the next video.